Hello everyone, welcome to Express Politics on TVRC. I'm your host for today. My name is Abiola Michael, and with me in the studio is our lead analyst, Dr. Akintunde Sami Vincent. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
It's good to have you once again. Now we are going to be talking about Tinubu's Southeast visit, Enugu State in perspective. So, Doctor, let me ask you. Let's talk about this Southeast visit by Mr. President. Why now?
Well, over time, the people of the Southeasterners, they've always been clamoring for them to be given, for them to be heard.
Okay.
And this is the right time for the president to pay them a kind of a visit, because they believe that over time they've been marginalized. They believe that over time they've not been given fair hearing, because they believe that the key positions in this country have been given to other people from other regions, like in the northern, hemisphere.
Okay.
The people from the western part of the country, while the people in the southeast, they have always been, agitating for them to, for what I call inclusiveness. They've always been hoping and, for them to be included in the administration in the runnings of the nation. So I think it is timely for the president to also give them that sense of belonging, that they belong to. They are also part of Nigeria. So it's not out of place for the president to pay them.
So he can as well visit any state.
Of course, but for quite a while now, except for during the I think it was in Imo State, when one of the top officials last visited that particular region. I think then during the death of one of the key figure in that particular region.
Okay.
I don't know if it's that of I know one of the key figure, the man who represented that particular region. When it comes to the Indigo, the top official.
Okay.
But like I said, we are talking about the president here, visiting a part of the country that believe that they've been taken off. Yeah, thank you for that word. That they've been neglected over time. So now giving them that sense of belonging, we definitely keep them what I call. They will have that support to believe that they are also part of the country.
All right, thank you. So now, if we are to compare the governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, to other governors, what's he doing differently?
Well, over time, I want to give it to Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State, because this is a governor with a blueprint, with a schematic, with a foresight on his purpose in government. He has the wherewithal, the mission is very clear to him. And this is a man who said, my 100 day in office, the issue of water will be a thing of the past. And check it. This we are not talking about fact check. This is a man who has, is a man of his word. A man whom you could also hold by his word, and he has proved that over and over again. So, like I said, this is a man with a blueprint on what on what he intends to achieve, and over time he has been able to do that.
Okay.
And again, in that particular area, I wouldn't want to talk about Governor Mba alone. I also want to lay credence to that of Governor Alex Oti of Abia State.
Okay.
Go and check.
On the same frequency.
Go and check the level of infrastructure in Enugu State and in Abia State. As regards power, electricity, no state will stand beside Abia. This is a state that can generate their power supply, steadily. We are not talking about epileptic or erratic. We are not talking about just 4 or 5 hours electricity supply. Concurrent, steady electricity supply. Give it to Abia State. And when it comes to the basic, the runnings of the government, day-to-day runnings of the government, a man who says in few days I will achieve this, and in that few days and give it to Enugu State.
Dr. Peter Mba. All right, thank you, Doctor, for doing that. Now let's look at the sit-at-home initiated by the IPOB and the economy of the Southeast. What can you talk about?
Well, the sit-at-home issue over time,
Yes.
we've always, when you look at the issue of sit-at-home, it has actually crippled that region, economic-wise.
Okay.
Because I see no reason why a particular day in the week, just in 5 days, a particular day is just out of, it's taken out of, the system.
A working day for that
A
matter.
working day to sit at home. Sit at home for what?
What? Exactly.
So this is one of the achievements of Governor Mba.
Okay.
He came on board and he made this issue of sit at home to be a thing of the past. So people of Enugu State, they work 5 days in a week without any kind of issue of sit at home. So we have to give it to him too. So like I said, the issue of sit at home, over time, it's uncalled for. It's to what end? If it is because of there are other ways to address issues. There are other ways to make government listen to you. Not the issue of you saying your people should sit at home.
Sit at home. Yeah. Why would you sit at home for what?
When
For what reason?
even when you are not even when they are not sitting at home, the income is still nothing to write home about. So like I said, the issue of sit at home has really crippled the economy, and a huge humongous thank to the likes of Governor Mba, who has been able to stop all that issue of sit at home.
All right, thank you very much, Doctor. Now, let's look at the secession plan from the Southeasterners and the issue of marginalization. What can you say about that?
Well, I think it's actually high time for us to put this behind us.
Okay.
The issue of secession and the secession plan from the Easterners.
Okay.
Of course, the popular saying in my part of the country that that a little one may not know how to not be that hits pap, that knows how to hit pap, may hit it and may hit it carelessly.
Okay.
Like you see the pap messing up the hands and everything. That's a little one. That's a kid, for crying out loud. But when the kid has grown up now over time, we have known how to make do with a spoon, make do with other cutleries, for it to have a seamless way of eating that particular food. Okay. So like I said, the Easterners, let's forget about, of course we can learn history. We can learn from history, not to repeat the same mistake. That's the purpose of history. But I think it is high time we let go of what has happened in the past. Okay. So if you are saying because they plan to secede in the 70s or in the 70s or in the 60s or 70s during the Civil War or what have you, when are we going to take it behind us? I think it is high time we just have to let this lie. Just because of that, some people they've vowed that the Easterners will not even emerge as a president in this country, just because of the errors of the past. See, we are all Nigerians.
Yes.
Just the way you are from you are from the southwest. You are a Nigerian. People from the southeast, they're also from south, the north, the northeast, the northwest. We are all Nigerians. So we are all, by the virtue of our constitution, you can be voted and be voted for. You can vote and be voted for. That's what the constitution says. Why are you going to say somebody cannot vote or somebody cannot be voted for because he is from one particular part of the country? Who does that? So that's what I called archaic mentality. You have to stop that mentality. This is 2025. This is not 1975. This is 2025. So we have to stop. This issue of marginalization must stop. Of the Igbos must stop. This issue of being
you think they've taken it too far?
Yeah, because I don't know, when you say the Igbos, when they become president, they will secede. Who says? Secession is not something you just do in the middle of the night. And for crying out loud, even if secession will be the solution to the issue of Nigeria, why not? I'm not saying I still believe in one Nigeria. I believe Nigeria can still work. If you're able to come together half correctly, Nigeria will definitely work. But like I said, we have to take away this issue of secession because they plan to secede at the point in time. So we have to make sure that they will not emerge as the president of the country. That's not fair. And that really played out even in the last election. Go and check. Most of the northern part, only few. Peter Obi emerged. In only few parts, in some only fragments, some fragmented parts in the north.
Oh, okay.
Why those who are able to think beyond the prism are able to say, okay, fine. I think this man has some proper ideology, some proper economic, the grasp of the economy of this country. Why not? Let's give him the chance to run. But eventually, he lost the election to the incumbent president. And now Nigerians are crying foul play. Then how many people are crying Baptist again? Only few. So it is not all about where you come from. It's about what you have. It is your intellectual capacity, your intellectual prowess, your historic, your academic antecedents. These are all that matters. The know-how and the procedural knowledge and the propositional knowledge, the theoretical knowledge and the practical knowledge. It is not enough for you to say the theories of how to run Nigeria, the economy of Nigeria, or the infrastructure whatsoever, or the security architecture of Nigeria. It is not enough. You have to have the mastery. You have to have the craft of how to navigate your way through the process. So, like I said, like the biblical analogy that says that when somebody who is not right is on the throne, people mourn.
Yes.
But when the righteous is on the throne, you see people will really enjoy. I wouldn't want to go beyond that. But when you look at what is happening in Nigeria at the moment, how many people are laughing to the gallery?
Be that as it may, let's move to the Nnamdi Kanu situation. Do you think the Nigerian government should release him by now?
I think they're only making a hero out of him. Because I don't see why you want to put such a person.
How many years have you made?
He has been in detention now for quite a while. So many years now. So why? To what end? For crying out loud, that guy is supposed not to be the only state actor in this country. We had some of them in the past. Well, some were disabled, or some were disarmed. Like in Benue, I could still remember vividly, there were some guys in Benue then that were really acting as state actors. Of course, they were taken out of the way. But we also have prominent one in the southwest. That one has been released over time, to the extent that he was even arrested somewhere outside Nigeria, in one of the neighboring African countries. But he was eventually released. And what has happened after that? What has happened? Nothing. It's living its life as the ordinary citizen of this country. All you need to do is just to monitor them. If they are state actors, put two intelligent operatives to monitor them, to monitor their activities. Do you know the southeast at the moment is over militarized just because of IPOB? And it's more or less like part of what we are talking about, the issue of marginalization. If one is released from the southwest, why not release the one from the southeast? And that's why the people over there, they are becoming strengthened that they don't like us. They want you say you released your own because it's from you released this one from the southwest. The one that happened there, I don't know. I wouldn't want to. The popular Igboho that
Sunday.
It was released from the southwest. He's also a state actor at the point in time, but now he has been released and is living his life as an ordinary citizen of this country. Why not release Nnamdi Kanu too? Release him. All that needed to be done was just for you to put your intelligence to go to watch over him, to monitor him. But now, in short, even while the guy is even still in detention, people are saying how to give him, because the longer the guy stays in that detention, the more powerful the guy becomes. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually the guy became the king of the Igbo land. And that's the highest power given to any of their sons. I think that's the title given to the likes of Odumegwu Ojukwu at the point in time.
Yes.
The likes of Ojukwu, the man who died recently, the number one, they are number one. I'll recall his name too. So I won't be surprised if eventually what I'm saying in essence is that it's part of what we talked about. Why the Igbos believe they are being marginalized. Why not release? In short, one of the ways to compensate the Igbos with the presidential visit would have been to release Nnamdi Kanu. In short, as a president, somebody like me, I would have even preferred to call him to my office. But I'm releasing you based on not because I cannot allow you to languish in the cell or in jail, but I want to release you because I believe you are going to turn a new leaf. Why not? Somebody like that nature could even be so instrumental to the development of the southeast.
I mean, the president has that power to release him.
Yes, yeah. I mean, the prerogatives lie within even in the state. The prerogative lies in the. Okay, some people were told to go and to maybe they've been sentenced and everything. Sometimes they can be released at the clemency at the under the prerogative of the governor. The same thing is applicable to the president. So, but the more you put the guy in cell, the more you keep going to court, and your judiciary they keep contradicting themselves. When judiciary will tell you to release him, the judiciary will tell you some judge will tell you to let him still remain in the cell. Some will tell you that he has been freed.
There's a state of confusion.
You will see all manner of and that was part of what happened during the case of Mr. Dele Farotimi, when he was talking about the corrupt in our judicial system.
Yes. But he was eventually released.
Take a look at how this is happening in your state now, with the issue of this Alhaji Oriyemi Hamzat and this Naomi, Olori Naomi. I mean, with all respect, take a look. Now you don't want to address the case of. You don't want to look at what happened to the parents who put their kids in the harm's way. Then you are looking at those who are willing to those who want to do a kind of humanitarian service to their community. Why not talk about parents who presume to believe that somebody will be at the other part of the fence, and you put your kids on the fence, and you eventually let him or her down? To what end? You're not looking at that. But you're looking at those who are saying, okay, fine, please, people should gather. I have something for them and everything. When you say the place is being modeled up, why do you have to put your kids at the forefront? It's more or less like you saying there's a car going out there. You see a moving vehicle. Just because it's a moving vehicle, then you are saying, don't worry, just cross. I mean, we have to learn how to address, we have to be logical in this country. Like I said, back to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, they are only making a hero out of him. But I would have just admonished the government to release this guy. Let him be. Even the way it was being taken. Do you know that we have people are not pockets of Nnamdi Kanu everywhere? Now we are talking about the extradition of Ekpa from Finland. Now the extradition is still very much there. So then, after you've pinpoint Ekpa, now you want to extradite him back to Nigeria, maybe somewhere in Luxembourg, or somewhere in what we call in Japan, or somewhere in Osaka, or somewhere in China. Then you saw pockets of people who are now trying to finance terrorism just because they believe they have been marginalized. Why not let this guy go? And then see how you can bring everybody on board, then you build a proper system. That would have been the solution. But I just hope the government listen.
Yes, that was a wonderful one, Dr. Akitele Somivizi. Thank you so much. And that brings us to the end of today's show on Express Politics. I hope you've learned a thing or two. This is where we draw the curtain today. I remain your humble host, Abiola Michael. Thank you once again, Doctor.
Thank you.
And bye for now.